Welcome back. Wednesday is the 4th of July, a good opportunity to think about our freedom and some of our military stories that should never be forgotten. One of them is the story of the USS Utah. Craig Wirth says there are memories of the ship here in Utah, and we are proud to have been honored by her service in our state's name. It's tonight's Worth Watching.
The USS Utah was launched in 1911. Her purpose was to steam across the seas as a battleship. The USS Utah protected American interests, including the new Panama Canal. Her modern 12-inch guns were a fierce force back then, and her 5 turrets were the best of the Navy. The elite turret crews trained with the best equipment.
And this is a gun mount training wheel from the USS Utah. Very heavy, very heavy.
They knew it was time to leave the deck when the earth-shaking guns were fired.
Oh, and from the early days of the USS Utah, you have this. It's a turret warning bell. Yes, that would warn you.
There was an elegant side of the mighty ship. We in Utah have that treasure from that elegant side. It is the magnificent silver service that is used for formal occasions at the governor's mansion. Goblets, candelabras, bowls, with the seal of the state and the seal of the Navy. They were acquired by the children of Utah as a project of the youth long ago.
It is our ship, and you have those stories of like the children who donated to buy the silver service.
The Navy had a new use for the USS Utah. She was made into a trainer and a target ship for dummy bombing and was sent to Pearl Harbor.
Flash, Washington. The White House announces Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor. Stay tuned to WOR for further development.
It would be the last picture of the Utah as it was sinking at 8:13 a.m., December 7th, 1941. The Navy tried to salvage the USS Utah, but it was not to be. The Navy recently sent divers to inspect the ship. She was forever to be part of the ocean and still is. A memorial to the 64 men who lost their lives on the USS Utah, including a Utahn, M.A. Gondry of Salt Lake City. But the mighty ship bell was taken from the shipwreck and now anchors the Naval ROTC building at the University of Utah. The Fort Douglas Museum has a few items that also tell about the men of the ship. An ashtray, a Christmas dinner menu, and lots of thought about the nights that they were all used.
So when I handle a bell or hear it ring, or I handle this ashtray or this wheel or glasses from the USS Utah, I think, well, who drank out of this cup? What were the conversations around that table? Who used this silver service? What did this bell mean when it rang?
Craig Wirth, News for Utah.
The USS Utah is one of 2 ships that remain on the bottom of Pearl Harbor, along with the USS Arizona. The almost completely submerged USS Utah is now marked with a memorial. However, it's not open to the general public. Military personnel and veterans can visit the site to pay respects to those fellow servicemen who lost their lives, including some men who remain entombed in the ship. May we remember them and all veterans this Independence Day.
Time out.